Hey there, this is Jacob Guyman, and this is How to Manage Your Database Better. Today we will be talking about repositories and database alternatives. A repository is any way that you can store data. This can be anywhere from a filing cabinet to massive servers. Your traditional database structure, such as SQL Server or Oracle's databases, are stored in such a way where you input data into specific columns and rows and tables. This can be retrieved for later on. A database is a type of repository. However, not all repositories are a database. Some alternative repositories that are used to store and manage data are metadata repositories, data marts, data lakes, and in using NoSQL structuring. Metadata, or data about data, is very important in database management. Metadata can be anything. It can be a data's type, its size, its location, and even its priority. In the article, Metadata Management, the Foundation for Enterprise Information Integration by Thiru Thangarathanam, does a great job in explaining why metadata is important. He says, by providing a complete, integrated view of the development environment, metadata helps identify redundant processes and applications, thereby reducing duplicated efforts. In a traditional database, if you need to request information from a certain table that is a ways off from the table you're working with, you need to join it to each table, and that adds to the transaction time and server resources for the database. An alternative solution for that problem is to use a data mart. A data mart is a very specific repository that generally contains all of the information needed for a business process to complete an action. For example, an accounting department could use a data mart to only access the accounting information needed to complete their business transactions. If a data mart is entirely self-contained, this is called an independent data mart. If it requires some information from a central repository, this is called a dependent data mart. If it can be both independent and dependent, this is called a hybrid data mart. A data lake is a term often associated with big data. Because of the needs of big data and the need to take massive amounts of information in different formats, the data lake is optimal. In this situation, the data is transferred directly from the harvesting source into the way you're going to store it. From there, it is assigned a unique key value or index that can be retrieved at a later date and time. This is often also associated with the Hadoop file structure. The Hadoop file structure is a backbone for big data that allows companies to essentially create a map of their lake. From there, they can better manage their data. NoSQL is a data strategy in which focuses on big data. It focuses on preserving a file format and being able to capture, store, and retrieve diverse amounts of data. You may have heard of some of the companies that use this strategy, like Google, Amazon, and Snapchat. Typically, a NoSQL database manages their data by using the following strategic tools: key values, documents, graphs, in-memory data storage, and search functionalities. Key values are a way of indexing data that allows for easier retrieval. Documents is a way of storing the data as a whole file and being able to map and retrieve it, much like in a data lake. A graph system is a highly correlated set of data that can be retrieved as a graph. In-memory means that you actually store all of your data in volatile memory. This is typically done with processes that are high throughput. The search functionality retrieves, aggregates, searches, and returns data. The goal of all of these tools is to make large amounts of data of diverse formats much easier to be accessed, recorded, and managed. Once again, thanks so much for watching our show today. That's all I have for now, and please stay tuned in for next week for another database topic. If you have questions or would like to learn more about some of the information I provided today, click on below to see the Drive link that I have that will show you a paper that I've written and some of the sources that I've used. Thanks. Have a good day.